passage of the air through a narrowed airway passages, small airway passages, especially the bronchioles. Differential diagnosis. Our lecture is about the bronchiolitis. So, on the top of the list of the differential diagnosis of a wheezy infant or a wheezy child is a bronchiolitis. Other is the bronchial asthma. Other is the foreign body. Foreign body is a very important differential diagnosis of wheezy chest or wheezy infant. Also the chronic lung disease like the cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis. Bronchopulmonary dysplasia. Also don't forget that. Other important differential diagnosis of an infant presented with wheeze is the pneumonia. Nice, pneumonia. Other important differential diagnosis is the tracheoesophageal fistula. Especially which type? H type. Tracheoesophageal fistula. Other is the gastroesophageal reflex, which is GERD disease. Gastroesophageal reflex also is important differential diagnosis of a wheezy chest. Also, don't forget what is called cardiogenic asthma. Okay, this is due to the heart failure. Heart failure, there will be a congestion of the lung, pulmonary congestion, especially with the left to right shunt in congenital heart disease. Don't forget pressure, mediastinal compression of the airways, like mediastinal tumor, lymph node, vascular ring. Okay, these are the differential diagnoses of a wheezy chest. These are differential diagnoses: bronchiolitis, okay, bronchial asthma, cystic fibrosis, pneumonia, foreign body tracheoesophageal fistula, GERD, bronchopulmonary dysplasia, cardiogenic asthma, and forget this. Now I will talk about our lecture, which is about the bronchiolitis. The bronchiolitis, it is a predominantly viral disease, a virus. Could be occur more than that? Yes, it could be, but it is mainly during the first 2 years of life, with the peak age of incidence in the 2 to 6 months. 2 to 6 months, it is the most common age of presentation. Usually it is a severe disease at this age group, especially in less than 3 months. It is a seasonal disease, as I said. It is a seasonal disease, mainly occur during the winter months. The incidence is very high of the bronchiolitis. About 50% of children, of small children, less than 2 years, having a history of bronchiolitis. 50% من الأطفال اللي أعمارهم جوا السنتين ممكن يكون عندهم شنو history of bronchiolitis. This is about the bronchiolitis epidemiology. Bronchiolitis, it is more common in male than the female, about 1.5 to 1. Okay, it is more common in the male. It is more common in the non-breastfeed. So the breastfeeding infant is protective. Breast milk is protective against the bronchiolitis. It is more common in those who are not breastfed. It is more common in overcrowded. It is a respiratory infection, so it will be more common in overcrowded areas. Also, it is more common in infant of a young mother or a mother who is smoked during pregnancy. So the bronchiolitis, it is more common in infant of a mother who are smoked during pregnancy or those who are not breastfed. Also, it is more common in overcrowded, and it is more common in male than the female. انتم لو تحولون هيك حتى نأشر عاستديكم. Okay. What about the etiology of bronchiolitis? As I said, it is a viral disease. There is no, look to this, there is no evidence of bacterial cause of bronchiolitis, and the secondary bacterial infection after the viral infection, it is a rare. So there is no evidence of bacterial cause for the single cause or as a co-infection. Co-infection with the respiratory syncytial virus, and in this situation it will be a severe viral group. Nice. So it can cause also bronchiolitis. Other is the adenovirus. الادينوفيروس هنخلي باللون الأحمر. adenovirus is important cause of the bronchiolitis because it usually associated with what is called bronchiolitis obliterans, which is a chronic viruses mainly by the respiratory syncytial virus. More than 50% of the cases are caused by respiratory syncytial virus. Other human metapneumovirus, parainfluenza virus, adenovirus, rhinovirus, and other important, but it is infrequent, is the mycoplasma pneumonia. There is a bacterial cause for the bronchiolitis? No, there is no evidence of a bacterial cause for about the mode of transmission. It is a respiratory disease. It is a highly contagious disease. Highly contagious disease. It is a respiratory disease, so it is transmitted through the respiratory tract by the aspiration, by the inhalation of the infected air droplet. But the most common way of transmission of this disease is by contaminated hands. By the contaminated hand coverage contaminated with the respiratory secretion. It is the most frequent mode of transmission. So for the prevention of the bronchiolitis, it is very important for the washing of the hand. So meticulous hand washing is the most effective method for the prevention of bronchiolitis. Nice.